Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin. If you are new here, I upload art and craft tutorials and I also do design videos. So if that's something that interests you, please do consider subscribing to my channel. I would really appreciate it. So with that being said, today I am making a bloodshot tumbler and I'm going to kind of walk you through the process. I have made about 3 of these in the past before and 2 of them turned out to be complete and utter failures. They were just leaking everywhere and it was just a disaster. But I love the effect of these tumblers and I thought it would just be a fun craft video to share with you. So I hope that you guys enjoy the video. Let's go ahead and get started. So starting out, I have my double-walled acrylic tumbler and I got mine from Takealot. I went ahead and drilled 2 holes into my tumbler. There are a number of tutorials on YouTube about drilling holes into tumblers, so I'm not going to go too much into that in this video. When drilling my holes, I took extra care not to pierce the second wall. This is very important. If you pierce the second wall of your tumbler, you won't be able to use it. It'll pretty much be ruined. I drilled 2 holes to relieve the pressure when I go to put the liquid in. It just makes the process a lot easier. The next thing I'm going to do is mix my food coloring into my glycerine and I'm going to mix it really well. It's up to you how much food coloring you want to add. I wanted a really dark color, so I decided to add quite a bit of coloring to my glycerine. Glycerine is going to help you achieve that sort of snow globe effect, and you can find glycerine online or you can find it at your local pharmacy. At least that's where I got mine. I didn't measure out exactly how much glycerine I'd need. I kind of just eyeballed everything in this video. You'll see me adding the glycerine in with a syringe, and then each time I'll wipe my syringe off really well with a baby wipe. And I do this to avoid getting any oils or liquid onto the bottom of my tumbler. UV resin and oil don't go well together, and if there's any oils left on the bottom of the cup, the UV resin that we're going to use to seal our cups will just pop right off. I really wanted to keep the bottom of the cup as clean as possible. So this is how much glycerine I added to my cup. I think I filled it a bit too much, but that's okay. After putting the glycerine in, I went ahead and cleaned my syringe out really well, just with some tap water, and then I used a paper towel to dry it. And now I'm going to add in the baby oil. Again, I'm going to make sure I clean my syringe off each time I go in to add more baby oil, just to avoid getting too much oil at the bottom of my cup. So later I realized only after sealing my cup that I didn't add enough baby oil. So when doing this part, try to get your baby oil right to the top of your cup to avoid having a huge amount of air flowing inside your tumbler. In the end, it still turned out really cool, and it was definitely a better attempt than the last few blood drip tumblers that I've done. And this is what the cup looks like once the baby oil is in there. It's really hard to tell if there's even anything in there, but I promise there is. I'm now going to seal my cup with this UV resin I got from SA Sublimation Blanks. I cut out 2 small pieces of acetate to close the holes with, and you don't have to do it this way. You can also use glue dots if you want to, but I had this lying around, so I just used that. I'm going to add a layer of UV resin on top of my acetate, and then I'll cure that under a UV light for about 3 minutes. It was at this point, when putting my second piece of acetate onto the other hole, that I completely forgot to clean the bottom of my cup first. I missed the most crucial part of this process, but luckily there wasn't too much residue on my cup. So before sealing my second hole, I quickly went in with a baby wipe and cleansed it off really well. I let that dry and then I used some isopropyl alcohol and tissue to clean my cup really well. If you don't do this, you risk not sealing your tumbler properly and it'll leak and do all sorts of weird stuff. So just make sure you're cleaning the bottom really well before sealing. Okay, so now I'm going to add my second layer of UV resin and then I'm going to cure that for another 3 minutes. If you don't have a UV lamp, you can always use sunlight. After that was done, I added a final layer of UV resin and then I cured that with my UV lamp and then I let it cure for another 10 minutes outside in the sun. And now it's for the big reveal. I was so nervous to flip this over, but it actually turned out really cool. It was much better than the other cups that I've done. And you can see that there's quite a big gap of air there. And obviously it's because I didn't fill my cup with baby oil. So maybe next time I'll get it right. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. It's really simple. I just kind of wanted to make a simple tumbler. I'm not too experienced with making these. Hopefully, maybe one day in the future, I can make more complicated ones, but I thought it turned out really cool. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next craft video. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye!